Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out a couple cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first couple cards, remember that this reading is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it may just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So I am feeling that the number 23 could be significant. That reduces down to the number 5. So the energy of change is here. Tornadoes could be significant. I also felt something here about time. Just now felt something about impending doom. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. Trust that everything happens for a reason, that you're feeling what you're feeling for a reason. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a cat running around my room right now with lots of energy. So you could feel like you have a lot of energy at this time. Maybe you even feel restless, or you're struggling to sleep. Oh my gosh, 1 second. Like I was saying before, you may be feeling restless and struggling to sleep. Maybe you feel like you're running all over the place. But I feel like this is a reflection of the anxiety that you're feeling. Fear is a very strong energy that's coming through. I don't remember if I said it, but a clock, or like a clock ticking, could be significant for someone. But in terms of this impending doom type of energy, it feels like the Tower. And it's hard to pinpoint where exactly you're at, since this is a general reading. And also I did see, like, after I paused the video and I was trying to get back into recording, I saw the number 777 and maybe even the number 44, but 777 could definitely be significant for someone. But let's go ahead and get you your first card. I also want to mention, yes, the setup may look a little different, but I finally got a tripod thing for my phone. So, you know, the setup isn't as imperfect, I guess you can say. I don't know. But let's see what your next card is. So for your first card, interesting. We have the Lovers. This card says honesty and respect, meaningful connections. Maybe there's a choice, follow your heart. There's also maybe the energy of meant to be. In shadow energy, there's questioning here of, should I let go? Definitely the idea of choice feels significant, and I feel like this is about the relationships in your life, or a significant relationship, and deciding if you should stick around or leave. But you're really being called to set boundaries, to communicate, to be honest about how you feel, and trust that who stays is meant to stay. The number 6 here is really calling for you to love yourself unconditionally, so that way you can attract people that love you unconditionally. Because if you don't love yourself unconditionally, you can't point out people who are conditional, because you are conditional yourself. You need to be less conditional with yourself. Honesty is something that's very, very important here. Communication is very, very important here, and it feels like trying to communicate will really show you who's meant to stay and who isn't. I do feel called to say that if you feel anxious to stand up to someone, that's probably happening for a reason. Maybe it's time to let that person go. Especially if they need to focus on helping themselves before accepting help from you. I did just see 333. So definitely you're really being called to express yourself. Don't keep it bottled up inside. And if you're not ready to stand up to someone yet, 345, right now you can spend this time finding the courage, trying to understand what thoughts and feelings are holding you back from standing up for yourself. Trust that everything happens for a reason. You may be identifying with your trauma here, in the universe, and your spirit guides want you to know that trauma is not who you are. Hiding how you feel is not who you are. You know, ghosting people is not who you are. You know, whatever applies for you. But let's see what your next card is. There's a very important choice here that you need to be focused on making. And we have the Queen of Swords. This card could be specifically significant for someone. I got it a couple times already doing this spread. So there's a very real need here to recognize the importance of your mental health and how clearly you're seeing things. Speaking of decisions, you're being called to take them more seriously. Don't be careless. Make decisions, choices that you truly believe in and that you really do trust. And the universe and your spirit guides are coming through to say that they want to help you with that. They want to help you heal. There is some darkness here that could be distorting your image of somebody or a group of people. A group of people could be more significant. Yeah, there could definitely be many people who you're being called to release for a reason. And I also just got flashed this one card that I have. It's an earth. You may already know, you may not, but I drew the earth on it, and when I drew the continents, I realized that the way I drew it, one of the continents kind of looks like a tornado. So very interesting, because I did say that tornadoes could be significant, and this doesn't have to be literal. It could be more symbolic in a way where it's talking about some sort of beautiful destruction in your life, like impending doom, but you only feel like it's doom because you see destruction as a bad thing. Destruction isn't always bad, because to build a more stable foundation, you first have to destroy the one that isn't stable, but also destroy with grace. That's definitely the kind of energy that I'm getting here. And you're also being called that while you're facing some truths or trying to be honest with yourself, really be kind to yourself, because, I mean, trauma did come through. I'm thinking, one second. I think being more graceful feels really significant here. Maybe you're more of, there's something about your energy that feels tense. Definitely spend this time relaxing and healing, and don't make any impulsive decisions. Give yourself some time to think about it and to consider the consequences, good or bad. Consider the path that you are creating or laying for yourself, the options that you are giving yourself. There could be fear here that makes the way out of a difficult situation harder to see. So healing is, no matter what your situation, healing is what you need to be doing. Being honest with yourself, but also being kind with yourself. Finding closure with something. There's definitely people or a particular person that you really, really need to let go. And that first with shattering this image that you have or of a certain person or a group of people that isn't balanced. You only see the good in these people. You don't consider their bad qualities or anything like that. I'm going to get a deck big enough to shuffle from this box of cards that I have. I'm just going to get a couple of these to wrap up this reading for you. You could be a very significant, something about you felt significant. It could be about the TV show You. I don't know. Take it however it resonates. Definitely believe in your strength, though. Your first card is, when patience is hard to come by, remember your potential and impact. Remember your purpose. I also feel something here about remember who you are. You are a light, and you're not recognizing that. You're not recognizing the power and the potential and the impact that you actually do have. You need to know that you will always have an impact and influence other people, because we are all connected. No matter what you do, it will have an impact on the collective. So another reason here to take your decisions more seriously. I just felt something here about karma as well. You have the power here to really change your luck. Something here about flipping a 180. However difficult your situation is now is a reflection of how awesome it could be. You just need to recognize your power more and be willing to take the right risks. Really an emphasis there on taking the right risks. With patience, it may be taking some time for you to let someone go, to get out of a difficult situation, whatever it is. And you need to somehow convince yourself to be patient, because being patient is the only way to move forward that allows you to receive what you deserve in life. But to really make decisions considering what you deserve, you first have to see what you deserve. Your self-image is something that you really, really need to change here. Whenever you look in the mirror, you need to see something else. Maybe someone here, when they see a monster, and you're really being called to not look at yourself that way. If anything, look at yourself like your younger childhood self, because trauma can keep us stuck in the past. And if you experience trauma as a child, you stay stuck in childhood. You stay immature, you stay naive. So give yourself a fair chance, because right now you have a really good opportunity, it feels like. Maybe you just need to trust yourself a little more, and definitely don't be afraid to ask the universe and your spirit guides to help with that. And don't be afraid to ask for help with trusting the universe more as well. Wow. This next card says, you can trust yourself more. I felt conflicted on which side to read, because there's two sides. There's also the number 5 right there. I believe in the beginning of this reading I said the number 5 was significant. So these are, this is song lyrics from a song called Wolf by Highly Suspect. It says, it's not a question, this shit is real. It's hard to look back, but it's harder to move on. There is a lot of pain in this card. Maybe listening to the song Wolf by Highly Suspect could help you grieve in some way. Maybe there's some significant lyrics in there. Specifically, I'm hearing lyrics, but baby, I was born to rock, and now I gotta roll. So there could definitely be, it could be really challenging for you to let go of a particular person or a particular group of people, but you just need to give yourself the space and the time to process that letting go, that release mentally and emotionally, so that way you can let go in this physical reality. Letting go starts from within. I just saw 333. Expressing yourself while you're healing is really, really important. Write if you feel called to. Express yourself in some creative way. If you feel called to, I feel some fiery energy here. You have a lot of potential, but to really see it and understand it, you need to heal. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, that you can trust yourself more. I really think that that is your biggest setback, trusting yourself more. You know more than you think you do. And this Queen of Swords here proves it. There's just, you really got to heal so you can see yourself and the world and your opportunities for what they truly are. Especially if you're tired of being disappointed, slow down and heal. Yeah, that's definitely a very big message coming through for this reading. I still can't believe that the number 5 is right there. But that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you like to hit the like button to show me that, that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really, really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me. And it really, really does make a difference. The last thing that I want to say, though, is thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you around.